Good afternoon, class, and of course, to our teacher. Good afternoon, ma'am. Today, we're going to tackle about the rebirth of freedom. Freedom here pertains to the new beginning or new stage of our history in our country. So, what happened during this time is that in 1945, when the American returned here in our country, Filipinos rejoiced and guerrillas joined the deliberating American army. I want to clarify here the word guerrillas because during this period, Filipinos are called guerrillas. So let's move on. So in 1946, we regained the freedom wherein the Filipino flag waved joyously where the chains were broken. I want also to emphasize here the word the chains were broken. It only means that we are totally free from any country who want to colonize us. So during this time, it was Diosdado Macapagal Arroyo who was the president, wherein he moved the Philippines Independence Day from July 4 to June 12 in commemorate to the original proclamation of Emilio Aguinaldo of the Philippines Independence Day. Now, during this time also, or during this period, the literary works of the Filipinos were revived, wherein most of the themes dealt with the Japanese brutalities and of course on how the Japanese governed or handled our government. So we have here the summary of our report, wherein number one is all about the poetry. So I have here the best example, which is entitled When I See a Barong Barong, written by Maximo Ramos. So When I See a Barong Barong is dedicated to the people who live in Manila, specifically in Pasig City, because during the World War II, they experienced a lot, specifically poverty. So it only means or it only proves that we the Filipinos have the dedication or have the strength and honor to fight against those Japanese brutalities in spite of those struggles, in spite of those experiences that we've been through. The moral lesson of this poem is that never give up no matter what happened, because in this world that we live in, those experiences, those struggles that comes into our life are those the ones who makes us stronger or gives us the sense to continue our life and fight against those experiences.
The Plays, The Cadaver, written by Alberto Florentino. Alberto Florentino is a playwright and a book publisher, and mostly the theme of his work is all about the conflicts of everyday lives of ordinary people. And one of the best examples of his work is The Cadaver. It is all about the story of Carding, Torio, and Marina, wherein in the story they are characterized as the unprivileged and deprived from life basic necessities and resources. They were living at the edge of the cemetery, and because of the status that they were in, Carding and Torio were forced to steal. They are stealing from the graves of the dead person because they do believe that rich peoples always buried with something valuable in them, like earrings, necklace, rings, and even gold teeth. So why let those valuable things rooted under the ground while those above the ground is starving like them? So it is better to steal those valuable things and make money something out of it. And the lesson of this story is sometimes in life we lost control over our senses, rationality, and reasonings, that if we are desperate enough, we can do things just to survive. For the short story, we have here The Plighted Word, written by Narciso Reyes. Narciso Reyes is a Filipino diplomat and also an author. He served as the chairman of the UNICEF year 1972 to 1974 and secretary of ASEAN year 1980 to 1982. The Plighted Word is this all about the love story of Flora and Tonyo. And Flora was destined to marry another man, which is Marcos, her father personal choice for her. Because Flora's father doesn't like Tonyo because Tonyo is a guerrilla who fights the Japanese troops. That's why Flora accepted her fate that she will going to marry Marcos, and she wrote a letter for Tonyo stating that Tonyo must forget her and consider her as a dead person. And Tonyo decided to to go to Flora's house and talk with her. So after 2 days of traveling, Tonyo arrived at Flora's house wounded because he is avoiding and hiding from the troops of the Japanese. But then Tonyo didn't have a chance to talk to Flora and left Flora's house heartbroken.
So another example of a short story here is The Sons of Apples by Benvenido Santos. So this short story is all about how first generations immigrants experience a sense of loss and seek connections to their past life, even if they had created a new life for them in this new world. And this short story reminds us the struggles of Filipinos experience letting go of their homeland, trying to make a new life without nothing but memories of how things used to be. And lastly, the essay. So here is the example. They called it Brotherhood by Maximo V. Sullivan. So this essay is all about true friendship. And in this essay, it highlights the importance of trust and loyalty among friends. So it follows the life of the narrator and his group of friends as they navigate on their way through school. They were they were loyal, supportive, and always had each other's back. And in this essay, it teaches us that true friendship is based on loyalty, trust, and support for one another. And I agree on that because throughout my experience, a true friend is always there for you. And that is it, our report. And thank you for listening.
Group 6, The Rebirth of Freedom.